folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Mouse Guard Dawn of the Black Axe, Issue 3 by Boom Studios. Now, there is fighting, killing, death, and a bit of destruction in this one. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team. So, it's been a little bit since I gone back to this one, just because there was a huge delay with shipping, so it's only like a week ago I finally received the last issue of this series. So yeah, we left off old Broderick in issue 2. He was fighting another one of the 5 big snakes. Was it 5? Yeah, it was 5. And he got a bit of poison in his arm from the one he was fighting, and he fell down. So that's what happened in the end of issue 2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering correctly. Okay, so finally I have read issue 3. If you hear any coughing, that's my dad. Okay, so we start issue 3 with we're back in Lock Heaven. We got the matriarch, whose name I don't remember, this one here. So I'll just call her the matriarch. She wakes up, she sees some light from her window. She goes outside to the balcony, and the elk is stood there. And of course, she's astounded, because Broderick years ago has told them about this, and she even tells the elk they weren't sure if he was real or not. And he tells her, spectral or flesh, what does it matter? Anyways, there he tells her that Broderick has been bitten and he needs help. He needs her help. Because before she became a matriarch, rose to being a matriarch, she was studying healing. She was learning to be a healer. And he tells her what snake has bitten Broderick. And she starts with, I don't have a cure for that, an antidote. And he tells her it's only a drop and he knows an antidote. So she dresses, gathers her things and she follows him. And they go around and she collects all the ingredients he tells her to, until they reach the territory where Broderick is, where she gets the last thing, which is the tooth of the snake. But not the one Broderick broke off. They need the other one, and the elk tells her to, to shove spirit through his leg and collect the blood. Of course, how does that work, considering he is a specter of some sort? I'm not sure. But hey, it's magical after all, so let's not think about it too much. So she gets this blood from him, and then she goes into Broderick's tent. I wonder, though, how he got inside, or maybe she arrived and already pulled him inside. Anyway, she makes the cure out of the ingredients and gives it to Broderick. Then he starts to wake up, and she applies it to his arm here. This is where he's been slightly bitten. Not bitten, I guess grazed by the tooth. So she wraps up that arm. He looks at her and he's crying, but he says, my tears aren't for almost dying. They're the fact that you could have died while traveling to see me. To save me. No mouse should go through such a thing. You're the matriarch of the mice. You're a symbol, of peace and hope, the essence of the mouse guard. You can't be here. And she tells him, you're also a symbol, Broderick. These years that you were away. People also see the black axe as a symbol, and all the help that you've given mouse kind. But then a snake arrives. Yeah, outside. He's talking to the elk. He wants to see Broderick, the snake, but the matriarch says that Broderick will not see him. The snake, he's one of the five, has an offer for Broderick. So the elk says, I'll take the offer for him. So the snake offers, if you do not smite me with the axe, if you do not kill me with it, I will kill like the big snake, the one that killed Farah's family and destroyed, I think, where Farah came from. And the deal is accepted. So that is it. Yeah, the deal is accepted by the matriarch as well. And then a few seasons pass. The matriarch probably returned. Broderick is traveling with the elk now. Damage has been... sorry, that was a bit loud. Damage has been done to Broderick. He's not going to live very, very long because of the poison still. Even though the matriarch has helped save his life, he will die a lot sooner. So the elk tells him to use his remaining seasons wisely. So then they go, like I said, it's been a few seasons, and Broderick says, the snake hasn't kept his, or taking his time keeping his deal. And he tells him there hasn't been any attacks by the snake, because these two snakes, they would work together in order to capture mice. Oh, yeah. And another part of the deal was the snake he's a white snake, he would help, and in return, he would be left alone by Broderick. But the matriarch also said, okay, but you have to make your new territory far away from where we mice reside. So that's agreed upon. So yes, so in a way, the white snake already has been helping because he's not hunting with the black snake, the one that killed Farah's wife and 2 daughters. Was it? I think it was 2 daughters. So so that is helping a lot because they're no longer hunting together. So Broderick the elk leads him to a village, a little place now that has been rebuilt thanks to all that Broderick has done over the seasons. The elk wants to show him that, look at all you've done with deciding when to raise the axe and when not to. And he also tells Broderick, you must keep your promise of not killing the white snake, and then I will stay with you forever. I won't leave you again. Broderick agrees, so they are there. Oh, one of the mice guard is there, one that Broderick knew. He's got a scar on his, above his left eye, I think. Yeah, left eye. Yeah, I forgot his name. But he's there, and then he suddenly yells at everyone go to shore. And then the 2 snakes appear, the black and the white one, and they're fighting. And Broderick says, look, the white snake is keeping his promise. So they're fighting, mice are running away, there's some destruction to the little structures below that the mice build. And this mouse with the scar, he gets, for all the struggle between the 2 snakes, he gets knocked away and loses his sword. And Broderick runs down, and the elk says, Broderick, no. And Broderick tells him, I am not breaking the promise. I'm going down to save the life of the mouse. Also, the snakes are fighting, and then the black snake, after the white snake bit him a few times, he bites him on the head and knocks him aside. And then he's about to, the black snake is about to eat the mouse with the scar. But Broderick arrives in time, knocks him out of the way, and is eaten. Well, not eaten, but he's the snake closes his mouth around him, its mouth around him. But Bradrick kills him. He shoves his axe upwards and comes out of his head. Wait, what's... Yeah, he comes out of his... no, he hits him up top, probably cutting his brain in half, and then he gets out of his mouth. Saving the mouse that he knew. I think the mouse recognizes him. But then the elk calls Broderick to him and said, Broderick, come here to the shore. And the white snake is there, and he's still alive and suffering from the poison. Yeah, but Broderick thinks the elk wants him to kill him, but he says, I will not. He kept his deal. I will not kill him for failing to kill the black snake. But the elk tells him, no, this is not, this is a plea of mercy. End his suffering. It's a kill of the compassion. Just so he won't suffer a slow death by the poison. So Broderick kills him. And that is it. Then we go back to Loch Heaven. I think some more seasons pass. We've got the mouse with the scar writing about Broderick. I think how he has protected mice for so long. And that thanks to him, the territories expanded, and mice could follow their destinies, start businesses, other things. And they say that, Broderick has gone out of his tent, so much time has passed, that all the snakes he killed, they become skeletons. With all the passing of the seasons. And he's, looking out at everything he did, and then he lies down on the ground. And those with keen eyes have said that when they saw that, they saw a spectral elk there leading him to the afterlife. And we see that scene's young Broderick again following the elk who's smiling at him. At least appears to. And I thought it was a very sweet moment. Bittersweet is more accurate to say. Hey, Broderick has did a lot, and as he said, it's a life of solitude being the Black Axe, as he tells his former matriarch. And it is, all the Black Axes after him certainly know this. So yes, he has passed on, but then there's a bit more. That before he did, he summoned one of Farah's children. Farah has remarried and had 3 children again. I don't know if all of them were sons or what, but one of his sons arrived, and he returned the axe to his son in order for him to pass it on to the next Black Axe. So it will continue. So he goes, we see Farah's son traveling to some little house. And there's a mouse there, and from his balcony he's looking. He's got one eye missing. He's looking down, and he goes to see him, and then he kneels as Farah's son passes him the axe. And he is going to be the next in the long line of the Black Axe. And that's it. That's where the story ends. And let me tell you what the writing was. I don't know if this mouse was like in the story in the last 2 issues. I don't recall seeing him anyhow. So I don't know. An interesting looking mouse, but I don't know if he was ever... maybe he's not related, because it doesn't exactly... There we go. It could be passed to another. So yeah, so the axe will be passed to another. And return the Black Axe, so that in time, it could be passed to another. The end. Alright, so first cover. This is that scene where the matriarch is helping Broderick. I think it looks really nice. Oh, I went into my comic shop and cover B's very pretty too. It's got the matriarch like out on the balcony with the elk. It's very pretty. It's got lovely blue tones. Yeah, covers are okay. Let me show you some art. And there you go. See, it's Lock Heaven. It's nighttime. There's the matriarch. Wish I remembered her name. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah yeah, she doesn't. Oh sorry, she. There's a balcony, but oh yeah, kind of. I guess a little mini balcony. You see there, she sees the elk, and then he tells her about Bradrick, and she goes out with him in order to save him. Okay, so that was the art. And I just realized where are all the. I just realized that the names are not in the front. Oh, where are they then? Ah, in the end, right, I forgot. Okay. So, whew, man, what a conclusion that was. Which I guess it was to be expected. So it's great after so many years to have more Mouse Guard. And it is very interesting to see how the Black Axe started. Bradrick was the first Black Axe, and then he began the legend, basically. Passing down the axe to mouse after mouse, and thus keeping up the legend. Just, it's awesome. Really fascinating. That kind of let us see like a futuristic mouse guard. Can you imagine? It's like Ninja Turtles. How would that be then? Oh no, maybe it wouldn't be so great, but it would definitely be an interesting look. So that's a nice little, wait, I always get these confused, prologue to the whole of the Black Axe story. But I must say, this makes me miss Liam. I wish there was at least a one shot about Liam as the Black Axe. He's the one from the original series of the Mouse Guard. I wish we could see more about him because at least in the continuity of the story, he's like the current Black Axe. At least in the time of that series. So I would really love to see more of him. But yeah, it was great to read this prologue about the Black Axe. How it all started, who took it upon himself first, and how it's been passed down since. Very tragic, though, of course, with the kind of life you have to lead to be a hero for the mice. Because there are things that they can just not do because of being guards that the Black Axe can do. Which I guess in a way is slightly being like the police and then a vigilante. They have rules and things they must follow and things they cannot do. But the Black Axe has three of those restraints, but then he's also not able really to live with other mice. He must remain hidden from them and only arrive at the time of need, really, and protect them from afar. So yeah, just great. I do hope this is not the last of it. I hope maybe Mr. Peterson will have something more. But who knows? It has been years in between. I kind of hope the next thing, if there will be one, Mr. Peterson will go back to doing the art. And not that this, I think it's Mr. Rodriguez, if I'm not butchering that. His art is very good. It still gives that feel, but I really miss Mr. Peterson's art style for this, I must say. But regardless, I will love to have some more of Asgard stories in the future. This is a great one, really, to read. So that's it, really. If you loved Mouse Guard, I would highly recommend reading this little prologue of the Black Axe. It's three issues. only, and it's got quite a lot to it. And yeah, if you're fans, highly recommend. Although I imagine you probably already read this. Sure, all Mouse Guard fans were excited when they heard of a new series. I sure was excited. I was like, oh, finally. Alright, folks, so that is it. Remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!